It is expected to be a very busy week on Capitol Hill. CBS News has learned that House Speaker Mike Johnson is expected to meet with Republican Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene today. Of course, she is the representative who's been threatening to move forward with a resolution to oust the House Speaker from his post. Let's bring in CBS News congressional correspondent Nikole Killion for more from Capitol Hill. Nikole, great to have you. So what do we know about when this resolution to vote could happen?
Well, it remains to be seen. Obviously, Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene indicated that she intended to invoke that motion to vacate sometime this week. And as you referenced, we do now know that the Congresswoman intends to meet with Speaker Johnson later this afternoon. So whether or not that changes her course of action remains to be seen, although she has really been keeping up the drumbeat against Speaker Johnson, again suggesting that he is too closely aligned with Democrats, that you have a so-called uniparty that is controlling the House of Representatives. And so that is why she has continued to argue for his ouster.
I want to talk about what last time we saw Mike Johnson around here in New York. He was at Columbia University. He issued a statement now criticizing Columbia's decision to cancel commencement ceremony as a result of the protests. Why has this become such a hot topic among lawmakers?
Well, I think for the same reason it continues to be a very passionate issue on many of these campuses. And let's not forget that the House held hearings on this issue of the rise in anti-Semitism on college campuses late last year. So certainly, given some of the unrest that we have seen on college campuses, that has really intensified Congress's examination of this issue. Just last week, of course, the House passed legislation related to this, and then you have a number of hearings that will continue on this front, including this week, with several hearings focused on, for instance, some encampments that have arisen at George Washington University here in the nation's capital, and even expanding this probe beyond college campuses to K through 12 schools as well.
I wonder about the politics, Nikole, because I want to remind viewers, because that's, I've been covering the protests. The encampment was started at Columbia University because of the hearing. The hearing was happening. Students knew that the hearing was going to take place. They saw what happened with presidents of other universities like Harvard, and they decided to do the encampment in a way to protest not just the war in Gaza, but to issue their demands. So that's what started the encampment. Then the protests, as we've seen, have continued throughout the country. So politically, how has the narrative and the discourse around these protests served lawmakers? And how are they addressing this politically leading into the election?
Yeah, well, even then, too, with that hearing with Columbia University's president several weeks ago, we saw some congressional Republicans within that hearing condemn those encampments at Columbia as they were being set up. So again, this has kind of been an ongoing concern among lawmakers, but there are obviously lawmakers on both sides of this debate, as we have also seen many, particularly progressive Democrats, who have been more sympathetic to some of these encampments, anti-war demonstrators, these pro-Palestinian protesters. And so we have seen that back and forth among lawmakers as they debate legislation, as they decide to move forward in terms of next steps to try to quell some of this unrest.
Nikole, thank you.